Nissan, like many automakers, is scrambling during these uncertain times. Could an all-new EV bring them out of the darkness? We all know the redesigned Nissan Rogue by itself is not enough to uplift the company. It may just be enough to keep it afloat. On a brighter note, Nissan has some shining stars to elevate the Japanese automaker. Of course, the recently teased Nissan Z successor brings a smile to many enthusiasts' faces. However, there's a much more groundbreaking vehicle on the horizon, and that is the EV crossover, the Ariya. While we might not have to wait too much longer to get all of the details of the Tesla Y competitor, Nissan is expected to pull back the curtain on the Ariya this July. And in today's video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about Nissan's electric lifesaver. Welcome back to the channel Luxurious Fleet. My name is Kirk if you're new to the channel, and this channel is dedicated to covering Japanese autos, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you won't miss any of my breaking coverage on the upcoming Ariya. So this Ariya is a huge leap forward for Nissan, and it's a part of their evolution as their company. They really do see EVs being the near future, unlike Toyota, who thinks it's a little bit further off. The Nissan Leaf definitely has paved the way for future Nissan EVs, and it's time for some passing of the torch to go on. The Ariya will satiate the appetite of medium to large crossover buyers here in America, with it being roughly the same size as the decent selling Murano. There's also a really good chance that the IMK will be revealed as well to fill the demand for a small city commuter type vehicle. However, I don't expect the IMK to come to America anytime soon. But it would be nice to have a Nissan Cube replacement, right? Why wait for the Ariya when you can get a similar sized Tesla Model Y that's available now? The Ariya has a few things going for it. An established dealer network. If you have any issues, you can bring the vehicle to the dealer. Be it a good or bad thing, most of the time it's a good thing if you need help, right? The GTR has an amazing all-wheel drive system. They're using that technology in this new Ariya. And the overall looks and design is actually pretty good, and I like the looks over the Model Y and even the Ford Mach-E. It's not a Mustang, so I just left it at Mach-E. Starting with the design of the Ariya, there's no doubt that this is a great looking crossover. Nissan calls it Nissan Intelligent Mobility, which isn't very provocative to say the least, but the flowing side body panels remind me a lot of the Lexus LF1. The front end is similar to current Nissans, but they take out the grille and they replace it with a shield, and behind this shield is an array of safety features with cameras, radar sensors, and other safety technologies. Headlights look pretty good with multiple LED setup that is caught somewhere between Lexus with its triple beams and the Acura with its dual headlights. Although the concept has 21-inch wheels, I expect the production version to sport some more modest selections of 19s and 20s. Swinging to the back, and you see an aggressively sloping roofline and a rear light bar that seems to be becoming the trend. Gosh, look at the recently announced Lexus IS that takes from the Lexus UX. I don't know. I guess that's the world we live in, is rear light bars now. Hey guys, make sure to smash the like button. That will help me out immensely in the YouTube algorithm, and it will also let me know that I need to produce more EV content on the channel. On the inside, I think I'm slightly more impressed with the interior than I actually am with the exterior design of the Ariya. Very minimalist, which seems to be the trend. At least Tesla set that trend with electric vehicles, but the minimalist design throughout the cabin is definitely apparent. The only physical controls consist of a start button, a knob for the 12.3-inch screen, and force feedback climate control buttons that disappear when you turn the car off. Cup holders that recess when used and pop up when they're not looks pretty cool, and interior quality looks to surpass even the Infiniti lineup with its craftsmanship and quality. Technology is abundant in any EV, and the Ariya is no exception. It is equipped with ProPilot 2.0, which offers hands-free driving as long as it's in a single lane. And they also changed the lighting, the ambient lighting in the vehicle, to let you know you're driving hands-free. Over-the-air updates will provide improved driving characteristics, while the remote self-parking feature allows you to park and summon the car with your phone. And that just scratches the surface of what the Ariya will have to offer in terms of technology. And anytime we're talking about a new EV, we must talk about the bugaboos: range, power, and charging. Well, we don't know all the details yet, but I guess I'll do my best to communicate what we do know. The rumored range of the Ariya is roughly 300 miles or 480 kilometers, which is pretty competitive with the current Tesla Model Y. We don't know the battery pack size, and for power, we really don't have a lot to go by. My estimate is around 300 horsepower, could be more. I don't really think it would be less with the twin motors, but a 0 to 60 should be around 5 seconds, again a conservative number, and that 0 to 60 is fairly similar to the base Tesla Model Y. It will have technology infused in the all-wheel drive system from the GTR. Sign me up. And it's called E-Force, and it's spelled really funny. I'll put the acronym by my face so you guys can somewhat understand what E-Force means, but we got a sneak peek of it inside of a Nissan Leaf at the 2020 CES event. So this E-Force is supposed to make the Ariya very easy to drive, inspiring. There's a lot of technology that's infused into it that makes you a better driver than you probably need to be. What I thought was really cool, it has the regen brakes. They took a lot of consideration here, and they evenly distribute, if not distribute more towards the rear motor for deceleration, so you don't have too much pitch and dive under deceleration. CHAdeMO charging will be used on the go to reduce the EV, and at home it can connect to what Nissan calls Nissan Energy for charging, and it can even supply energy to your home or business. So what are my thoughts? It comes down to two major factors if the Ariya is to be a success and a true competitor in the EV race. The first being price. EVs are still much more expensive than their ICE counterparts, and probably will be for the next 5 to 10 years unless we have some sort of battery evolution. If the Ariya is priced at Tesla Model Y levels, then it may have a really tough go-round. Ariya would get a lot of attention if it slightly undercuts the base $48,000 Model Y. Well, it's not really a base because it's still a dual motor. They don't offer the base on the Model Y yet, the rear-wheel drive standard range. But if they come in at $45,000 and then maybe have a variant topping out in the low 50s, if it gets into the mid to upper 50s, kiss it goodbye, because the performance Tesla Model Y with a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds would make it a really tough sell. So the Ariya is priced slightly below the Model Y. It does have a chance. The second big obstacle Nissan needs to overcome is production and availability. As we're seeing with the upcoming RAV4 plug-in hybrid or the RAV4 Prime, conventional automakers seem to be having a tough time securing batteries. Since Nissan has had the Leaf out for some time, their battery sourcing and scale might be able to keep up with the demand of this larger crossover with much more range than any Nissan Leaf. Speaking of EV demand, expect Japan, China, and Europe to get the majority of the Ariyas. I just don't have a good feeling about there being any sort of real or decent and widespread availability here stateside with what we're seeing with the RAV4 Prime. And before we wrap this up, Nissan needs to increase their profits, which has proven very difficult to do with EVs. Have they discovered the font of gold, or like the El Dorado of EV profitability? I guess only time will tell. So July is almost here, and we're certain to get the full scoop of the Ariya in just a few weeks. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, because in mid-July I will be covering this with much more official details that will get me pretty excited as well. Let me know in the comments, guys, would you rather pick a high-performance Tesla with an established fast charging network, or would you pick a Japanese Ariya with an established dealer network and superior build quality? Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to check out my Amazon page where you can find model cars like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace out.